What's going on, everyone? What's going on, everyone? Joey here. I'm here with a man that needs no introduction.
You.
What up, Doohan?
What's up, homie?
What's going on, man? Yeah. So today we're gonna learn some interesting facts about Doohan. Um, what's going on in Texas right now, man? How you holding up?
Chilling. It's just really hot. I just got back from the gym actually. I filmed and then I hit bench real quick before I got here, and it's just stupid hot right now. Like I
The
hate it.
the gym
I hate
doesn't have AC.
No, it's that new gym that just opened up at the like Empire. It's like literally no AC, all fans. So it's like a warehousey like bodybuilding type of gym.
Do you go there to knock out accessories?
No, I go there for my main lifts and accessories. Just for that
Is that
vibe.
the pound plates gym?
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
What? So like, what are your options right now as training? Is it Russ's gym, that gym?
Honestly, it's literally everything's like back to normal now. So it's like whatever.
Alphalete. Yeah.
Alphalete tomorrow they're opening to like members. Like they don't have time slots anymore tomorrow, starting tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah,
So would you say it's getting better? Like so New York, so Texas is getting better.
yeah. I feel.
I
I feel like
mean,
it's just like getting back to normal now for sure.
it makes you wonder like
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like it's not so much like it's getting
what
better, but it's like what's actually happening because there hasn't been any reports. But what was funny yesterday, a report came out, but it was talking about like the protests, but it made me think. I'm like, okay, like the protests are recently happening. The report just came out. What about like whenever like people are like we're in the beaches, people
yeah,
getting
no one's
not that.
saying
No one's reported on that at all. So it just makes me think. To me, it's just like whatever. Like
man, it does take away from it. People are literally like I mean here in LA, they're in LA, like in the city LA. Like so LA is
Mhm.
huge, right? There's like
Yeah.
LA the city and then there's like so you have the city, which is like this, and then you have the county, which is like it's huge. There's like a lot a
Mhm.
lot of different areas that are in LA.
Yeah.
So when people say I live in LA, if you're from here, I think, "Oh, you live in the city." But if
Hmm.
I'm traveling somewhere, I don't live in the city. I mean, all of LA is city, but the
Yeah.
city like industrial. But if I travel somewhere and I tell someone I'm from LA, they're gonna think, "Oh, you're from Los Angeles," but they don't understand that like Los Angeles has like a lot of little cities in it.
Hmm.
Um, North Hollywood, Van Nuys, there's like a million West Hills, Reseda. There's like a million little cities and a huge city that is LA. So, in the city of LA, people are literally like sardines, like stock
Hmm.
stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
So, if the Rona is that bad, I mean, would you not think that all these motherfuckers are gonna get it, right?
Like sick or like
Everybody's
at
gonna get
least
it, right?
like more reports or something at least. You
Like
know.
if in a week we don't hear anything, I mean, just let's do nationals normal, man.
It's all crap to me honestly. Like it's just I don't know. It's weird. Like it's like basic shit that just needs to get done to like prevent it, but like with how they're like reporting it, it's just like it's just it makes you think. It makes you think more than like on it.
Did you get the USAPL email? Uh,
Probably I never
it,
look at
it
them.
was like, so if we're gonna do meets now, you have to wear a mask. You guys stand 6 feet apart. They're gonna wipe the bars and the plates and everything, and like,
Um,
and
um,
there could be only, I think it's like 28 people per session, which I think is two flights. I don't know, man. It's like it's a lot of stuff. You have to wear
mhm.
masks. They never said anything about masks on the platform, but they said all athletes have to wear masks during the meet. So I'm assuming that means they want the athlete to wear the mask as they're squatting, like as they're
Mhm.
lifting, um, which is interesting. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Maybe things will change. Maybe by nationals you don't have to do that. But um, honestly, I feel like in 2020 we've literally been like, you know that little ride at Disneyland where you're sitting in the little
Mhm.
cup, sitting in the little cup and it
Yeah,
spins, and then it spins while it's spinning, and you're just getting like
yeah.
thrown everywhere. That's how I feel, man. It's
It's just
like
like a new thing, like after the other. Honestly, it's just like it's like on to the next. It's like y'all enjoy on to the next, you know?
there's just always something. I think like honestly, the news is like so powerful, and like just whatever's on the news could just create. It shapes the world, right? So
Yeah.
everybody
No,
has
for
to kind of
sure.
yeah, everybody has to kind of be smart and just like
Because they
anytime
can
I
feel like what they want versus like what's actually happening. Like on Twitter, you see a whole like different like side of like like the whole movement and protest whatever. But then like if you're only like watching news whatever, like they'll literally cut shit just to like guide the story like different way.
yeah, that's the thing, right? So I mean, we could talk about that topic since it's going on. I don't want to get like too deep into it, but I will say that whenever you receive new information on anything, right?
Hmm.
Um, initially any person, especially if you're not like a super logical person, that's why I really
Hmm.
enjoy coaching the way that I do because I try to teach you guys um don't like you're gonna have initial feelings. You're gonna have initial feelings when you lift, right? You're gonna be
Yeah.
like, I want to hit this, or you feel a certain type of way about a weight or whatever. Um, but if you let those emotions take over the session, that's gonna kind of dictate your whole mood and your whole session, and it could even bleed into like your week,
Yeah.
right? It could really mess you up. So, um, you know, same thing with the news. When the news says something, initially, like you're gonna have a reaction, and people are just
Hmm.
reposting, 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 reposting. But like if you wait a couple days, right? There's people that are coming out saying, "Yo, this is not the way to do it." For example, if we want people, I know I'm talking a lot, guys, but like I never said this was an interview, all right? I said this
Yeah.
was a conversation. That's what you guys got to understand. And I think this is good. Like so, whenever especially a sensitive topic like this comes up, instead of just like reposting something quick, like I could give props to Sean. He took his time. He like thought about it. He talked to me. We were talking to hella people. We're all like behind the scenes talking to people, just kind of like, trying to make sense of what's happening. And we like take a step back and look at it and think like, all right, what is really going on? What matters, right? Should you be
Hmm.
making other people feel bad because they're not posting a black square? No,
Hmm.
you should be just like encouraging people to like, yo, like just do everybody do a little bit. Everybody do a little bit, right? If you could do a lot, do a lot. If you know what I mean, just do what you can. At the end of the day, the way I see it is like if everyone is not a shitty person, then we're good. If everyone's
Yeah.
not a shitty person, then there's no problem. There's no
It's
problem.
that simple, literally.
If everyone is yeah, exactly. Like so going back to the news, so I grew up in where I grew up is like very very heavily Hispanic.
Hmm.
And so like I was always sort of like an outcast, right? Like I would have a group of friends, but I'll be like the one. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
Italian and Panamanian. My grandma's Panamanian, but whatever. I don't know what the fuck I am, right? So I just have light skin, right? You have light skin too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you hung out with me like when we were young and you would get ousted because you had light skin. But anyway, we were never taught when I was young to like look at color or look at what someone is. I just
Yeah,
like
for sure.
my mom is dark skin. I don't even understand how I look like this.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that was something similar that you went up with, but it's just so weird now because the news is constantly making you choose. You're this or this. You know what I mean? You like look
Yeah.
at you're this or that, and I was just never taught to think that way. I was just always, you know, I was just always like love everybody. Even literally none of my friends look like me, but I don't care. You know what I mean? But that was just my experience.
Like at the end of the day, to me, it's just like people are people, especially because like my stepdad's black, like not African American, but he's like what is it like Latinx, like he's Cuban, he's African Hispanic. That's what I always say. So he's from Cuba, but he's black. He's a full on black man. So it's like to me, like I've always just seen people as people, and then like with this whole thing, it's just like it just like irritates me because to me it's like common sense. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm like it's like I see so many like funny like remakes on TikTok. It's just like my house is burning. Yeah, but like what about mine? It's just like it's literally common sense. Like it's not a matter of like people are saying like yours doesn't matter. It's just like people are people at the end of the day. Like this is the issue. that's going on before you, like acknowledge it and like fix it. That's it's as
The
simple as
fact
that.
that we're still doing this, like growing up, I had always thought that, for the most part, growing up in LA where I grew up, or
Yeah.
in North Hollywood where I grew up, yeah, everybody's super diverse. They're hella diverse, right? And then when I went to the Midwest for school,
Mm-hmm.
I saw some shit. And that was very shocking to me. It was very shocking to me. It was like, this is another world. People are different here. Like,
Right? It's like weird. It's just like it's so
people are
like
very different here. That locker room talk?
yeah.
Oh my God. Over there, it's like,
It
I'm
just
like,
throws
what
you
the
off.
hell?
Here, you're like, is this shit allowed? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Dude,
it's
it's
just so
it's
negative.
crazy. It's really, really, really nuts. So it was very shocking to me to go over there and see like, damn, this is what people are talking about when they say that like,
Mhm.
we need to fix everything and things like that. And I'm just like, it is so different. It's so different for me, and it makes me sad because
Yeah.
growing up, I had a lot of African American mentors that like I'll never forget Mr. Flowers, super tall black dude with dreads. This
Mm.
guy like he was my middle school science teacher, and then when I graduated high school, I played basketball in the park league like in summer before the season, and
Yeah.
he coached there too. So I was always around him, and he was like such a positive influence like on me coming up.
Hmm.
So I don't want to say this person's name, but I was talking to someone and I was talking to. I hate that I even have to like say like what the person is that I'm talking to because like I said I was never taught to think
Hmm.
this way. But I was
Yeah.
talking to an African American, and he was just saying like, it just really made me sad to see. It was like because his life is good. He was like I don't. He's like I could say that in my daily life I don't really experience. I don't feel like I'm experiencing prejudice or whatever. But the
Yeah.
news reminds me that in a lot of places my people that look like me aren't on equal footing as everyone else, and that shit just destroyed me.
No, yeah, for sure. Cause like,
That shit
I
fucked
think
me up.
like, people's just like upcoming. Like, people. Some people are like lucky. It's all however you're raised, however you're born, wherever you're born at. Like, some people are lucky to not have to like face stuff like that. But just because like they're not facing it doesn't mean like it's not happening to like
Yeah,
other people.
yeah. So I mean, I feel like it's an ongoing thing. I truly think, the next generation, like the next kids coming up,
Hmm.
I think that will literally like solve it because a lot of what is going on is like older generations, older mindset, can't teach an old dog new tricks. I don't know. That's just what I think. But I think
Hmm.
if we do a good job with the kids and we teach them moving forward, you know, to love everyone, then we could like literally in the next like generation just pretty much snuff it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean
People are
that's my
good.
hope.
Like you would think so, right? Like the next generation should like, like the young kids like looking at it now, like but it's like look at it like years back, like maybe they said the same thing. It's just like, yeah, you just gotta start with your own kids and then hopefully just inspire, like
Yeah.
encourage. Like at the end of the day, it's not gonna change if you don't change it yourself.
Can you think of an instance where uh, you growing up felt like you were alienated or you were sort of ousted for being different? Maybe, I don't know. Like, is there anything that you experienced coming up?
Like coming to the States, we went to Miami first and we lived there for 2 years. And living in Miami from like a South American like country, it's literally like the same thing. It's just like Americanized.
So,
But like
so originally you came from where are you originally from?
I'm from Venezuela, so that's like
Venezuela.
right above like that's like north of Brazil.
Okay. I could see you as Brazilian actually. If you told me you were Brazilian, I would be like, "Ah, I see it. I see it." Uh,
No, but yeah, so I was born there, and then from there I moved to Miami, and I lived there for 2 years. And it wasn't a huge cultural shock to me, just because like everyone there like basically came from where I came from. You have like your Cubans, Venezuelans, like Colombians, like all. So it was nothing new to me. It was just like it was just more luxurious, if that makes sense. Like it was like a higher end of where I came from. If anything, the biggest culture shock to me was whenever I moved from Miami to Texas. It was like a full on like white like nothing but like white people, and that's where like I was like, oh, like I'm different. Like I was never different to me, just because like everyone was like so diverse wherever I was. But like right in there, I was just like, I'm like, oh shit, like
So you're saying that when you went to the Midwest, like when I went to the Midwest, you saw different shit. It's
yeah,
different,
no,
right?
literally, like
Not everywhere in the Midwest is bad. Yeah, for those
no,
watching.
it wasn't bad. Like for the most part, it was good. Like they were polite, nice, but it's just like you could tell they were like kind of like push you off to the side whenever like for like PE games or like stuff like that. Like you gotta pick teams. Like you were always like like the last one just because like you were different. Like you could just sense that. Like
Damn.
I'm different, so like they're like kind of push me off to the side, but like that's not to me. I see it as like that wasn't where I came from, so like I couldn't really do much. I could just like try and fit in and like you know just go about my day, not trying to bother anyone.
Damn, son. Well, so okay, you came from Venezuela. You came from Venezuela. You went to Miami, then you moved to Texas. How did you from Texas? Like, what led you up to where you are now? Like, how did you get into? What made you want to get into filming? How did you find powerlifting? Um, was it something in school? I know a lot of schools in Texas do powerlifting. I don't know if it was that.
Powerlifting came on later. I guess all started with lifting first. So just like everyone's like lifting story, it's like that breakup, that one breakup that you had that like really like hurts your feelings, whatever, like your heart. Um, Basically like I got my heart broken like in eighth grade, and then from then on I was like, nah, like fuck this, like I'm a go to the gym and like like do something for myself. And then like it was just like I went with my friend's his brother. He was going like nonstop, and he was like, oh, like just come, like it'll take your mind off of things and like whatever. So I went, and like not even the first week, like I was going like nonstop, like every day. Like it was just like fun. It was like the hangout spot for like the boys, Like besides like that, literally got me off of gaming because before that, like I was gaming like every day.
What did you play?
Like Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops, like the first one, when like all that was
Yeah, yeah,
popping.
yeah, yeah.
Those were my days, but like gym like got me out of that, and like I transitioned from gaming into like full time gym goer. And then like I just kept on going, like bodybuilding, your hypertrophy and all that. And then what got me into powerlifting was I want to say senior year. Like I found Russell through like Athlete, and then yeah, Russell basically like got me into powerlifting. And then after I met Russell, then I did my first meet, and the rest is literally history. I did my first meet. Who was my first coach? Oh, Fitness IQ. Fitness IQ was my first coach, and I did my first meet under him. And then from then I got a local Houston coach, and then yeah, and then I'm onto the team, flex
Because
team now.
because everybody is gonna ask. They already have asked, but I figure I might as well just ask you. So I know this story, but for those that don't know, how did you meet Russ, and like how did you end up getting to work with Russ? And were you already kind of established beforehand, or was he kind of like your breakthrough?
Established. Well, so getting into filming, I got into film. I got into photography first in freshman year, and then from photography, I got into videography. And to me, it was just a hobby. I didn't think much of it until like I found out like about like Alphalete and all that. Through Alphalete, I basically like I saw what they were doing. I was like oh, like they work out, like I work out, and they make videos about it, and like they're
Mm.
living off of that. I was like, okay, like dope, like this might be something like I could do. So I want to say like senior year is whenever like I started doing like client work, like people basically hit me up for like work, and I was like, oh, like damn, like people are like asking me like for like paid work. This is dope. Like let me see how far I can take it. So from then on,
How did
senior
they find
year,
your work? Sorry, how did they know that you even did it? Cause you were
because
posting it.
yeah, that's all I was posting. Like just video. I made two separate pages. I made a photography videography account, and then I made my lifting account. And then so but I was more focused on the photography and videography.
Yeah.
So I was literally making edits like every other day, just like it was just like gym edits too, like with my friends. Like I would go while we were working out, I would film them, I would make something that night, rinse and repeat. Like of that was literally my life. Workout, film, edit, drop the video the
So
next
what
day.
you're saying is you taught yourself a skill and you practice it every day, every day, every day, every day.
Basically. But like that's the thing though, it wasn't even practice. It was just doing it because it was so fun. Like you don't realize like like I'm not willingly like taking my time out. It's just like
Because you enjoy
natural.
doing it, it's not
Yeah.
something.
It
Okay.
was like gaming to me. Like it was just like a fun little hobby I was doing, and then I started making money off of it. And I was like, wow, like now I can like invest in what I'm doing, make it even more badass, make it better, I guess. And then so I actually reached out to Russ the first time, and then because that's what I would do if I wasn't doing paid work, I would reach out to anyone that was Houston local, like influencers, whatever. Like
When you reach out to them, did you say, "Yo, this is what I'm good at. This is what I could do photography and video editing. Like, let me know if you need me to do anything." Like, did you say, were you trying to get paid, or were you like, "Yo, I'll just do it for free, and then if you
no,
like me."
basically that was how I would market myself through like other like influencers. Like if I saw that they had like a decent following with like good engagement, and then I fucked with what they're like doing, like as far as like their brand and all that. Like I was like, okay, like let me provide my services for free. If they like it, they like it. If not, like I didn't waste anything. Like I just wasted like some gas, whatever. But like I didn't waste any money, whatever. They didn't waste money on me. So, but if they do like it and they post it, that's more marketing for me. And it's like then I get more jobs and then rinse and repeat.
I think that's really important, and that can apply to a lot of different things. So I just want to kind of reiterate it and highlight it. So, like a shit ton of people, I saw your Q and A's before, and have asked me to about you.
Yeah.
They want to know how to get into it, right? So first, you could tell me if I'm wrong. It's like you had to, even if you didn't intentionally practice it, you're practice.
Yeah.
So get kind of good at a skill. Feel like you're confident with the skill. Now you have something. I mean, you
Hmm.
could look at somebody's content and be like, I could do better than that. I could make this person's shit way better, right?
Yeah.
So you would reach out and you would do the work for free, knowing that you have value, right? This is how you kind of break out from a guy that's good at something that nobody knows to a guy that people know, right?
Yeah.
Um, so you contact the people, you say, "Yo, let me try some jobs for you for free," and then it's kind of like now they know what you're about. If they want to
Hmm.
share it because they like it, boom. If they don't like it, sure, no problem. Like you said, you just invest a little bit of time, maybe some gas. You didn't lose much.
Yep.
Um, I have seen a lot. I have seen this a lot. A lot of guys that do that, and they just end up working forever. They work for like 3 months, and then like, oh, sorry, you didn't get the job, and they didn't pay him shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's the important thing too. Is like you got to know what value you're bringing,
Yeah.
and just not be taken advantage of.
Yeah, you gotta
Um,
know your value. Like that's where you grow too. Like because like at first you just want to do like to you like you don't see how you can make money from it, so you just want to do everything for free because it's fun. Like you're not so much focused on the money. You're just like focused on like my work is like being seen by others. So like that's where like the growing comes, because then like you go through like phases with people where like they'll like it sucks, but like they'll backstab you, like it'll hurt you down the line, but like you grow and like I feel like you gotta go through those experiences to like better market yourself, better build yourself as like a videographer, photographer, and just so like that way you can like just sniff out bullshit when like bullshit happens. You know what I'm saying?
you also learn about people, and you
Hmm.
kind of understand like what type of person you want to work with or not. Um, damn it, there was something that you said that I wanted to highlight. Um, I don't remember. Maybe it'll come to me, but it was really good, guys. If you're wanting to get if you do it for the wrong reason, so if you're in it for the money, like you just want to make money from
Hmm.
it, but you
Yeah,
don't have the passion.
you're gonna get burnt out so
How
fast.
did I start coaching? I was just doing it because it was fun, and I was minding my business. I was literally minding my business. I wasn't even trying to coach, and then people started asking me about it, but nobody was doing it back in the day.
Uh
There's
huh.
no one doing powerlifting. It was all literally, but powerlifting was like nobody was doing it. It was all bodybuilding. It was crazy bodybuilding. We knew that if you were a powerlifter, you had to be like fat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nobody, you had to be like a big fat dude or something like that. Like nobody knew. There was no powerlifting like what it was today.
Hmm.
Um, at least that was the mainstream kind of thing, and then it just kind of evolved from there. If powerlifting didn't pop off and I didn't like do what I did as it was popping off, I could have just like I probably who knows where the fuck I would have been. I would have just kept been lifting because I liked it.
Yeah.
Um okay, so we I sidetracked us, but if we go back, so you found Russ, you reached out to Russ, and
Yeah.
then what happened from there?
Reached out to Russ. I did. It was his first. It was actually his first GBT drop ever. Even before it was GBT, I remember it was like literally he spelled out "Get Better Today" merch. Like that was like the first tag for the account, and then it was the first drop. I did pictures, and for people like that, I always want to market myself not so much as like for the work that I provide, but also how reliable I am. So I remember like literally I shot that. I went home and like I did everything overnight. That way by the time he would wake up, like it's just like there ready. So that was my thing
Big
too.
key.
That was my thing too. Like whenever I would reach out to like, influencers, whatever, like all their work, I would prioritize over not prioritize over paid, but like I would just make sure like I was for the first time I was marketing myself as like someone that's reliable and like a quick turnaround because they love that too, especially like in the fitness scene and like
Yeah, yeah, you got to be fast.
marketing. Like you gotta be fast. So like, I think that's another thing that helped me too was like how fast I was. It's funny whenever I tell the story too, because like after that shoot, he didn't hit me up for like 6 months at all.
Damn, 6 months?
Yeah, he didn't hit me up. We shot in like I
What
want to
month
say
was this?
I think we shot in like August, September, and then
2018?
20.
It had to be.
I think so. Yeah,
September,
2018.
October, November, December,
And
January,
then
February.
January 2019 was whenever he hit me up again. And this time was cool because it wasn't just pictures, it was pictures and video.
Was it like, yo, come down and let's do something?
Yeah, come down, do like an edit for my YouTube and take pictures like while you do the edit too. And I was like, oh shit, bet. So like it's like two, best of two worlds. And then
Were you
from there,
getting paid yet, or was this just
no,
like he's still trying you out?
the thing I love about Russell, literally, so whenever that's like the rule. If you hit people up for to do like work, if you hit them up, like it's free. Like you gotta go into it knowing that they're not gonna pay you if you hit somebody up. Now if people hit you up, then that's whenever like, oh, okay, like you gotta know your self worth and like you gotta like it's like
I
it's
literally knew the answer right when you said this is the thing I like about Russell because he's a very honorable person,
he's
a-
super
and he
honorable
will not like if he'll just do what's right. Like so, you know what I mean? Like if he feels like you went above and beyond, he'll take care of you. But
for sure. No, he literally took care of me. Like because that was my thing. It's like if I hit you up, like in my mind, it's like you're not paying me. Like I don't care what you do. Like you're not paying me. Like this is I'm providing this for you so you can maybe further futurely pay me. But no, he was like, oh, just let me know for like your PayPal, and I was like, oh, nah, like you're good. Like don't worry about it. I'll get to see you like tomorrow. He's like, oh, nah, like give me your PayPal.
it's like that whenever we eat. I'll be like, I got you. No, 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 I got you. No, 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 I got you. And it just keeps going forever.
No, literally. So it's like it's funny because like it's not just that. It's literally with everything. Like even to this day now, like it's still with everything. Like I'll
Yeah.
want to like it's like I'll hit him up and be like, oh, like do you want something like real quick? I'm on my way. He's like, oh, no, like you're good. Like I got it or like whatever. And I'm like, fuck. Like let me like let me show you some appreciation real quick. Shit. But no,
Uh,
yeah. First time I hit him up and he paid me whatever. It was dope. That was whenever I was like I saw like the good side of like fitness influencers. Because it's funny, I also saw like a very bad side of people
damn.
way back then, people that were like not to his level, but they were like in the same circle. So it's just funny like seeing different perspectives of people that like are literally within the same circle.
I don't know what it is about. This is a mentality that I could see, right? You have someone. So the bad side, not Russ. Russ is the good side. The bad side, you have this person that they're very narcissistic, so they feel that they need to post about themselves a lot, right? So they start
Yeah,
posting about themselves, and maybe they have like God-given genetics, and somewhat of a personality. So they start to build a following. So they never have, and then they have a lot of yes men about them because they do have a following. So they get all these yes men. They never have anyone checking them. They don't have good friends.
yeah,
In my opinion, if you don't have friends that are like literally like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?"
yeah,
You know what I mean?
100%.
Then like when you're messing up, that's how you know you have a friend. Like I literally have like let's say you check in with me, right? And you're
Mhm.
really happy about a PR. This is because I care about my lifters, right? But I see you as more than just a lifter. You're
Yeah.
also a person. I know you want to get better at what you're doing. So if I see you and you're super happy and you send me a PR, but it's sloppy, so sloppy, like it's high, like everything's just messed up
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm I'm gonna like I'm going to destroy that lift, but for the better. You know what I mean? Like I have to. And I would want the same thing if anyone was my friend, if anyone was close to me. I think it's very important. So these people, they have this following. No one's really checking them. Have a bunch of yes men about them, and then they get up to the top. They
Mhm.
get up to the top. So now they think they're the shit, and then the person that literally adds value to them by doing their videos and whatnot, they just don't value them. They don't realize that this is a person. Anybody that works for me, if they have any complaint or if there's anything that they're unhappy with, I will literally do everything I can to appease them. To
Mhm.
if it's right, I'm always gonna do what's right. I'm not gonna be taken advantage of, but you know what I mean. You
Yeah.
have to take care of the people. You have to take care of the people um, that help that are like valuable to you, that help you, that bring something to the
Mhm.
table. You know, that's literally like it's such a basic thing, right? Don't be shit.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
moral of today's podcast is to not be shit,
Don't be a
guys.
shitty person. Like it's
If you,
common
it's
sense.
literally, it's literally like all the world's problems could be solved from just not being shit. I don't understand. I don't understand. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It's like I don't know. Like maybe they haven't watched enough animes. Maybe they haven't gone through enough life lessons. Like,
No, yeah, 100%. Yeah. No, for sure.
you know what I mean? So it's just I don't know, dude. It's really messed up, and it's sad that we have to do it. And it's like, but I think the way to make change, and this goes for both of the topics that we've already covered,
Mhm.
just dealing with people in general that are shit.
Yeah.
When you, I mean, there's times when you can get mad, where I feel like it's justified to get mad at someone and just go off. But like when you really truly want to have a conversation with someone and sort of get them to listen to your side, you have
Mhm.
to do it in a way that's very delicate, in my opinion. You have to, especially the more uneducated and irate the person is, the more delicate you have to be saying like, yo, what you're doing is actually harmful. Like, this is the way that could be a little bit better. That helps. At the end of the day, we want the common goal. We want to move everything forward.
Mhm.
This is like you have a conversation and you it's like when you it's like it's like anyone, like when you're at home, right? When you're younger, if your mom's like, do the dishes and she yells at you, I mean, it's your mom, so you're going to do it. But if she were to say it nicely, you're probably going to
It
do
would
it.
have been a whole lot better.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So,
100%. Yeah.
it's the way that you come across, like, and going back to breaking shitting on that lift, like, I'm going to do it in a way that is factual. It may be hard to hear, but it's sincere, and that is like the main thing. It's you don't want to just be like you don't want to just shit on someone because you're not gonna ever get a positive
Mhm.
response when you're just like coming at them. That's why with this whole like everybody shaming everybody for not like I don't know doing more or whatever. It's like people that are really scared to do anything are not gonna do anything when you're mean to them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's never solved anything. I mean, look at where we're at now. That's the
You,
main.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, dude, but that's dope that you got in touch with Russ, and then so the first time I met you was Nationals 2019,
Yeah.
and
2019.
I remember we had a good talk there. I believe you were there with Rahm.
Yeah. Rameses.
Yes.
So
How did you like? What's your relationship with Rahm? And does he do exactly what you do?
so we met actually. I think he had just gotten into photography whenever
Wait, are
we
you
met.
guys homies?
No, yeah, 100%.
All right,
That's
all
like
right, all right.
my
Good, good,
best bro
good.
right there. I was like the man, the best bro. But whenever I met him, I had just met one of our other friends, Gia, and then I met him like 2 weeks later. He actually followed me first, and then he's like a very very shy guy. It was hilarious because I was like getting water whenever we first met, and then like I just see him like across the gym. I think he had just gone in there, and like we made eye contact. But like we both follow each other on like, and we've like have both like DM each other, but like we've never met in person. But like, we made eye contact, and I was just like he was like, I was just like, I was like, oh shit, was that real? I was like, oh, sorry, dude. Yeah, yeah. It was just like the most awkwardest like first like greet whatever, but like ever since then like it's just been the homie. I actually helped him out get into video just because he was so good in photo. But like I was like, hey, like you're fucking amazing in photo. Imagine what you could do with photo and video. Best tool for
Real
both.
homie.
You know what I'm saying? And then he's just like he was like second guessing it, like it's like yeah, this and that. I just don't know. But like I told him I was like I would teach you like this and that, and like down the line like he would like come over, I would show him some stuff, and just like I got him into it, and now he picked it up so fast, and he's just really freaking good already. Now he's doing both, just like that.
Then would you ever consider teaching people if they like offering a service that way? I feel like you'd be so busy with your current work,
No, for sure. As far as like a service, no. But
but
like
doing
that's why
videos
I
on it?
have YouTube. Yeah, that's why I have YouTube because like I'll do tutorials. Like whenever I have free time, like I'll just throw on tutorial. Like I think I just did like a app photo editing tutorial on YouTube right now, and I'm supposed to do another one on Lightroom. I've just been really busy. But whenever like my schedule clears up, like I'll go on YouTube. As
Busy
far as
is good.
service go, like that's just like a hassle. I can't 1-on-1. I can do shadowing where like people come and
They
like
watch
see what
you?
I'm doing. Yeah, they watch me. I'm down with that. But like as far as like teaching like a newbie 100%, I don't think I have the patience for that.
Dude, I totally feel you. If somebody comes to me and they've never lifted, I don't think they need me. They need someone that's like above their level, but not where
Like
I'm at. Yeah.
local, right? Like someone like
They
start
need
start.
someone like they need to be able to do the big three and just do it with good form, and then after that, I could help out.
Man, Romel, I remember whenever we first met, Romel cannot squat.
He couldn't squat. What do you mean?
No, like he was like literally incapable of squatting. Like it was the funniest shit ever.
He can't squat.
No, like before we
Like,
met, like no, when we met, he literally we all tried to teach him to squat, and it was just like so funny. Like
let me
he just
guess. His back was probably super tight, and he couldn't get deep enough.
probably like he would just like literally like fold like even with the bar, like
That's crazy.
it was just hilarious. But like now he's like squatting like 500 plus and shit like that. So it's just
And
funny.
so it sounds like you were a very influential person in his life, like a very positive impact for him.
I mean, I wouldn't toot my own horn, but like yeah,
Yeah. I'm saying it. I'm saying it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's dope, man. That's dope. That's like everybody needs somebody like that. You know what I mean? That's one of the rare instances where I just hear of someone saying, "Hey, you know what, man? I want literally nothing from you, but I'm gonna help you out." That's dope. That's dope.
It's just like I don't know. People like I think it's just like depends on like where people come from. Like if you come from nothing, like all you want to do is like get everything. Especially me,
If you
like
come
knowing
from
where I came
nothing, all
from,
you want
like it's like it doesn't hurt me at all like to do stuff like that.
that's like super. That's like a super rare thing, and um, I think it just comes down to like shit. I try to make. I mean, you know how I send you guys audio?
Yes.
Like in the beginning, I remember like if there's a topic that a lifter really needs help with, shit, I'll send you 21 minute. I'll send you
Yeah,
21-minute messages.
I know.
He's like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, Joey, I know you will. But I mean, I gotta, it's not a whatever it takes to get it done. Like whatever it takes to get it done. If you know what, a number one thing that I hated coming into coaching, the number
Mm,
one thing that I hated coming into coaching was that I heard all these other. It was like everyone would complain about these like um coaches that were like, I'm more important than you. I'm more important than you. I don't have time for you. I hated that. And I told myself I was never going to be one of I was never going to be like that. I was never going to be like that. If I can't put in the footwork and be on the trenches,
mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm never going to be at a point where,
Do
I
you,
can't
do you mean like you talking to other coaches or like you talking to like
like
your
everyone like people would hit me up and be like, "Yo, I had a really bad experience with a coach. They could never help me. They could never
oh,
talk to me."
okay. Yeah, no, I
So
feel
I'm
you.
like, "What the fuck? What are these guys doing?" Like,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing to where you can't, like, isn't that the whole point? Isn't the
Mm-hmm.
whole point to be there on the same level with them? Like,
Yeah.
I'm literally like, I want my lifters to feel like Joy's with me on it, like with me on
Yeah.
this sort of path. You know what I mean? how many like man, this meant so much to me. Russ did a podcast with what's his name? He's 83.
Oh,
Angelo.
two lights.
Yes, he did a podcast with him, and Russ said that Joey makes me feel like he cares about my lifting more than me.
No, no, I've heard stories, so I
You know what
believe
I
that.
mean? Like
Yeah.
I feel like it should. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. I just want to show that I care. If
Hmm.
I just want to show that I care. I just want you guys to know that I really am invested in making you guys improve, and
Hmm.
it is the most rewarding thing. And I will never be like, yo, I can't answer. I will never. That just fucking makes me nuts. As you can tell, I'm getting passionate about it.
Hmm.
If a coach is just like, no, I can't help you with that. Hit me up on the weekend or some shit. Get up out of here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I mean, I know there's different coaches offer different things, like once a week or whatever. So I
I
mean,
feel you.
if you agree to that, then do it. But nah, man. Like, I don't know the amount of effort I have to give any one lifter is not like a only this time and that's it. Obviously there's reason, like I have a life too. I have to do my own shit.
Yeah.
But if I see someone's really struggling with something, I'll make sure I give them everything that I have about whatever it is they're trying to get through, um and then usually that takes care of it. But yeah, man, it's just like I could tell you, okay, the way that you move, Doohan, the way you like when you said you do all the editing like as soon as you can,
Hmm.
without compromising the quality.
Hmm.
Like when I grew up, like my mom was always working, so I had to do everything. Like I had to find a way to get to school. I had to find a way to
Yeah.
get to the next level. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? I had to go to college to do all these things. I just did everything. I worked like 50 jobs. Um, so I totally feel you on that. And I think if you grow up like that, if you grow up like you have to earn everything,
Hmm.
it's just gonna make you that much better when you're in a position to like do it on a bigger scale because you're not gonna lose that. Do you ever? I don't know if you feel this, but I feel this a lot, and it's like something that I literally like. Video games and watching shows helps me with this because and Tina has this like really bad, like really 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 bad, where if you're not doing anything, if I'm not busy, I'm like freaking out. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, yo, I need to make content. I need to do.
I feel like I'm wasting like it's like I feel like I'm like losing somewhat, Like I'm like it's like what am I doing? Like I'm not winning at the moment. It's not even about winning, but like I feel you on the whole like it's not even like you're earning stuff, like you're just doing it out of like because you're just trying to help out. And then this like you don't have nothing to do. Like I just feel like it's like why am I not getting better? Like what am I doing?
I'm
Like
literally sorry to interrupt. I'm literally sitting here in this moment, looking at you, listening to you talk, thinking about this topic, how passionate I am about it, thinking this is like the most fun in a podcast I've had in a long time. Like in this moment right now, because I'm expressing you're relating with me on a topic that like I don't know if it's a problem. I don't know if I am the only one that has it. I know I'm not the only one that has this. I know other people have it. My mom gave it to me because my mom
yeah,
would always tell me like, "Yo, you need
that's
to."
just how you were raised. Like honestly, like
Yes.
because in my household, like my parents they both worked, like my mom and dad, so like it was like I was basically like taking care of my sisters, and so like if we weren't doing anything around the house, so like the house had to be like spotless by the time they came home, because that was like our way of like giving back to them. Like they're like busting their ass, like working 40, 60 plus hours like a week, and then like they're gonna come home to like a dirty house, like I'm not trying to hear about that. So so like we were always doing something. We were always cleaning. We were if we weren't cleaning, we were like doing something like groceries, like cooking or whatever. Like we were always doing something. Like my room, my house, like right now where I'm at, like clean, spotless. Like
Do you have your own
bro,
place?
yeah, I have my own place now. So like it's like if I see like something like dishes have to be done. I can't leave like without them being done. And if they're not done, like I set myself up to like make it easier for myself to like clean them whenever I get back. But like if I come back and it's just like my mom did that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
But see these little things, it's like starts at home, right? The little
yeah.
things it carries to other things. I don't know what it was, but Yeah. So for me, it's like with dishes, I have a limit. I do little things like it's like one plate, one fork, and like a bowl on it. But if it goes over that, I have to knock it out.
Yeah.
Um, like before training, if I'm about to go in, like I usually finish what I'm doing, and then I'm about to train. And I'm like, I'm in the mood to train, and I already took my pre-workout, so I just kind of save it for after, cause I'm gonna eat dinner right after anyway, right?
Hmm.
But yeah, man, that whole like when Corona hit and everybody all the gyms shut down,
Yeah.
I literally lost like 60% of my lifters initially. So I started to panic a little bit. I was like, damn,
Mhm.
like, what the fuck? So I said, well, what can I do? I just went back to what I was doing in the very beginning. I just said, I have more time. I'm gonna make more content. I'll make more content. I started doing streaming like crazy.
Yeah.
Um, I started selling. I don't make that much from it, but we started selling banners and shirts, and just trying to do any little thing that I could. I started, maybe I answered all my lifters already, but like, fuck it, let me double check it. Let me make sure my emails are completely wiped out. Just make sure I go through everything. So yeah, I started doing more The reason why we're podcasting is sort of a result of that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of, a lot of times in my life I can think of where I'll literally put myself in a situation where I take on a little more than I can handle, but I know I need to do it because it's going to make me better or it's going
Hmm.
to get me to where I want to go. Particularly with financial commitments, I'll be like, "Yo, I got hella bills. How am I going to do this?" Right? And then I just
Oh,
find a way.
for sure. I feel you.
You know what I mean? You just got to find a way. So, not everybody has that. Like some people they just want to chill, which is fine. I mean, at the end of the day, you can live your life the way that you want to. I don't know. It is unhealthy to. It is unhealthy, in my opinion, to not have some balance in terms of like you got to cool down. You need to take your mind off of the thing that you're doing constantly, just so you could kind of hit a reset, and then you want to do it even more. You know what I mean? It's like a daily balance for me, at least.
Hmm.
Um, like if I get on the boys and we're on Warzone, and we put in 2-3 hours, right? I really
Yeah.
want to get back to work the next day. I don't know what it is. I don't know what
Mhm.
it is. Like it just like
You're just relaxing. It's like a little like just like an off switch. You're recharging your battery at that. You know what I'm saying?
yes, I would say for me. I mean, at nationals, you can't. I can't do that. I have to die. Like I'm just literally
Oh,
constantly.
yeah, for sure. Like even then,
Yeah,
so it's funny because like so nationals to you that's like your form of dying.
I'm
To me,
dead.
my dying, I'm like it's like and now I still want like quick turnarounds for like videos. Even though like now like it's my job, whatever. Like I still have that mindset. It's like I need to get this done. Like
You never
hey,
lose that quality. That you can't lose that because that's what got you here.
so literally, like I'll be telling Russ, I'm like, he'll be asking me, it's like, oh, like when, like we'll finish filming day 1, 2, 3, and then on day 3, like he's like asking me, like, when is the video, like, when do you think it's gonna be up? I'm like, okay, tomorrow. He's like, huh? And I'm like, yeah, like all 3 days, like I'll edit it tonight, like it'll be up tomorrow morning. And he's like, shit, you sure? And I'm like,
I
yeah.
I'm hearing him say that as you're saying it.
He's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like I got you. Like just let me know. Let me know like what you need, and I got you." And then like he'll wake up, video's done, and it's like 7 a.m. Like I'm like, "Hey, I'm still up. Video's done. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Bye." And like
Yeah, I
wake
know
up.
because it would mess up your recovery.
Yeah, you know about my recovery, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But hey, man, you can't ever lose that. So I mean, shit. A lot of my young lifters are they just want to make sure they're doing every little possible thing that they could be doing to make
Hmm.
sure that their total is going to go up, right?
Yeah.
A lot of it is like getting it done in the kitchen, tracking certain things, drinking enough water, going to sleep, paying attention to stuff. Um, I think I literally feel like having something to escape mentally is almost like a performance enhancer. It
Yeah,
is.
for
It
sure.
is. Like if you could chill, if you have a time a day where you're just like, all right, I did all my work, let me chill out. Even if you're just chilling, watching whatever you're watching.
Hmm.
Hopefully it's meaningful content. Like there's some shows that are just like reality shows. It's just entertainment. It's so stupid. You're not gonna learn shit from it. But there's other stuff where like you walk away from it and you're like you gain like experience points and then you level up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So that's really good. You're a crazy hard worker. You have super good work ethic. Um, and like I see it too. I feel it too as from the
Yeah,
coaching side of it.
um, like honestly, like it's I'm literally like addicted to like doing more. Like it's just like you just want to see like where you can take like whatever you're doing.
You want to look back and be like, yo, I was able to make this impact. I was able
Yeah,
to
no, for
change these
sure.
people's lives. Um,
100%.
so that's super dope, man. That's super dope. We are 50 minutes in. I would like to start knocking out some of these questions. I literally have a wall of questions that I'm just gonna pick. I'm just gonna pick one, and then it might kind of expand into another topic. That being said, what do you do in your free time? Like, what do you do if you're not working? What are you doing like to chill out?
So by working, I take it. You mean filming?
If you're not filming and you're not lifting, what are you doing?
Nothing.
What is nothing? Just
No, no, like nothing. Like that's what I do.
that's all you do?
If I'm not filming, I'm editing. If I'm not editing, I'm working out. If I'm not working out, cooking, eating. If I'm not eating, filming, editing.
Got it, got
Like
it, got it. So busy man. But you obviously like what you're doing.
yeah. So it's like it's not even like a job. If anything, like I'll be gaming. Like I'll game for like an hour or two. Warzone.
COD
Hit
boys.
yeah, hit up my boys and then
I seen a clip where you threw the C4 and just wiped
bro, I
like
love it. C4. That's the go-to.
honestly
Once
that game
I'm game over.
honestly that game is it has very good like when a bomb blows up and the screen shakes, you know what I mean? It's like really like it makes you feel like holy shit. What is going on right now? You know what I mean? I'm telling you when you're like top 3, your adrenaline is like whew,
Bro, you're
I can't even
like
I
it's
can't
nothing like S&D at all. Because I used to play S&D. It's nothing like that. It's a whole new like. My God, it's
It's
good. It's I
literally
like
drugs. It's literally drugs. It's literally drugs. I'm sitting here. I kid you not. I've been here 2 a.m. I'm on this very desk, and it's top 3, right? And I'm just like, oh my god, dude, what the fuck? And you start thinking like, hey, got my heartbeat sensor out, making sure I'm trying to catch every angle, make sure I'm not the first one to shoot. Um, and then when you lose those, it's like, ah, sometimes there's nothing you can do. Like the guy's
yeah.
like somebody comes at you, so you have to defend yourself and you kill him, but now you're weak and there's a guy like already waiting.
But then when
So,
you win and the boys are hype, you know what I'm
oh
saying?
my god, hell yeah. I have a clip saved. It was me, John, and our boy Shane, and they were both dead, and they were just coaching me. They were just like telling me like, okay, watch your left, all right, da da da. And I just went through. There was like hella people, and somehow I fucking won, and I was like I literally exploded. I jumped out the window. It's great. You see, man. It's like that's one thing. What's cool is like COD is something from my childhood, but it's still here.
No, yeah.
And I
I
used to
feel
talk shit about it because honestly, Black Ops, the last one, I did not like it.
I never played it honestly.
You didn't
So
miss anything. It's
yeah,
good that you didn't play it.
I didn't play. I think my last Call of Duty before like I took like a 2 year, 3 year break was Black Ops 3. That was my last one. And then I sold my Xbox to buy a new camera.
Woo!
Like Amy was taking time away from like filming, and so I was like, let me sell this and like invest more time in it. And then yeah, so Black Ops 3 was my last one, and because of COVID, I got an Xbox actually.
Oh
Be-
shit!
Before that, like I still never played.
Nice, nice, nice. What made you? I have here. What someone said? Why videography? But like, what was it about recording that made you? Was it watching the other people in the gym that kind of got you into it?
I think so
When did you really know, yo, this is what I want to do?
because I just like it's like something it's something that I wanted to do like over and over again. Like there was no stopping. Like whenever like you do something and then you're like, oh that was so tiring. Like I don't want to do that again for like a long time. I'll literally like do all nighters, die, go to sleep for like an hour or two, and then I'm like, shit, like I want to do it again. Like even now, like I still do that. Like this next video that we're probably gonna drop like I want to say Friday morning tomorrow.
Sneak peek.
I'm probably gonna die and like I'm gonna stay up all night, edit it, and then post it. But like I want to do that again and again. So it's just like knowing that like this is something that never made me like tired to do. Like I always wanted to like nonstop like do it. So that's basically what I knew. It's just like it's so different whenever it's like you it's like your creation. Like you did that. Like no one can take that away from you. Like good or bad, like you did that. That's your work.
I know, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Like
very
if
rewarding feeling.
that's on you. If you go up and beyond, that's on you. Like it's all on you.
Does that give you pressure, or is it good pressure?
It used to, but like the more and more you do it, like the more and more like it's you build confidence almost, you know? Just like with anything, like
Literally, I was just about to say, you all in the very, very, very beginning when I started coaching, there's a little bit of like, am I doing the right thing? But like
hmm
literally 7 years later, I'm so it is like ultra instinct. I just know, and I
yeah.
could always trust my gut. I am lucky that I've always been able to trust my gut,
hmm
and I ask myself, how did I develop a gut feeling? Like where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah.
And it was like literally all my prior experiences I feel have given me the ability to just trust my gut, and then it worked out. You know what I mean? Um, and it's hard because sometimes when people ask me like you said, how do I? They ask you how you're doing it, and I
Yeah.
can explain it. I could tell you everything. I could literally tell you every.
The whole journey. Yeah.
I could tell you everything, but that still doesn't mean you're gonna be able to do it. You
hmm
know, because there's just like a little bit of you. It's like a little dab of you that goes into it. You know what I mean? That makes it what it is.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that is like it's like intangible, but it creates tangible things that people want.
Yeah.
Um, and that's like Russ has something that is he has it, we could say. You know what I mean? He has something. He has this thing about him, this sort of energy, this essence, whatever you want to call it,
hmm
that it draws people to him, and he can just do it very naturally, right? There's some people that will try to mimic that, and they will. This is like reality. They will fail miserably
No, I
because
feel
they just don't have that. They're better. They're good at their own thing, you know. So it's. I mean, that's how life is. Like literally, my experience with football growing up, I was smart. I was strong. I was not I wasn't slow, but I wasn't fast. And
hmm
in the higher levels, you're gonna just meet someone that's all that. They're gonna be smart, fast, and strong. You know what I mean? So, and it was a very eye-opening experience. Like that's life. I mean, you're gonna just a lot of times you're gonna lose to the better person. What am I? So you find out what you're good at. I'm good at being a leader. I'm good at empowering people. I'm good at showing people the potential that they could be more than what they are. I had a
hmm
lifter today. I don't know if you saw my story. He was like, when you told me a year ago that I would be hitting what I'm hitting now regularly, I didn't believe you. And like
Yeah.
I'm doing it now. Like I don't know. He's like honestly like it was the best decision I could have made. And I was just telling him like, so history is the greatest a predictor of the future, right? So when you've gone through enough experiences in a particular area, you could literally have foresight. You gain the ability to see the future.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm getting fucking hyped right now talking about this shit.
Feel like yeah, hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like you for example, you could literally like what to film and
hmm
what you could do with it. Like, yo, if I film this from these angles and do it this way, I know that I could edit it and make something nice. And put
Yeah.
this music over it and cut it like this and da 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 da.
And then boom, like jizz everywhere, like mud.
Just
Like,
you know what I mean? Damn, son, I'm getting like hell. I did not think I was gonna get this passionate on this. So thank you, Doohan, for getting that out of me. just sitting here talking with me. So I hope you guys are taking something away from this. Just going down the list. When you started editing, was there anyone that you can remember that was already editing that kind of influenced the style that you edit?
mm,
Or is there any? It doesn't. Maybe if it's not a person, but it was like a thing that you saw, maybe a commercial or anything that you saw that sort of made you think, "Yo, I would like to do something like that."
you want to know? Mm, I'd say no, honestly. I'd say no, just because like I feel like my style of editing, like it's very like unique. Like I really don't see. Honestly, I'm not like not to toot my own horn, but like whenever I first started like filming at Alpha League, I always did this thing like with the camera. Like I was always doing this, like going up and down, like
I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it.
knowing like the next shot, like I'm gonna come down or like I'm gonna go from this. I was, and then I would see like the other videographers that would video there, and it was just like simple like come in shots, like like whatever. Never saw them like do nothing. But like the second I started like filming like Russell and like it got like more like exposure, I want to say, like I saw more people like doing this, like this
Hey, there
and
you
I'm real proud
go.
that was like me because like I know like plenty of other filmmakers like have done that, but like I'm saying like that was my own like sauce to it. Like that's what I did
Hey,
because
man, you
that's
gotta honestly, in my opinion, if you feel that, you gotta say it.
yeah,
You gotta say it. It is what it is.
100%. Like it is what it is. Like I mean I
Give
even
this
showed
man his respect.
like people would like ask me it's like how do you do like how'd you do that transition or whatever. It's like oh like I literally just did this next shot and they're like you didn't do anything like on program whatever. People
It's
so in
manual.
in film, so like Premiere is like the god like editing software. I edit in Final Cut. It's not like as high end. So whenever like I tell people like oh like I edit in Final Cut, it's almost like like really like not Premiere. It's like nah like not really. Like literally majority of my transitions are all like in person,
Manual. Yeah.
100%.
That's super dope. But see, I did not know that. I did not know that. So you kind of came up with your own style. Nice, 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 nice. So a lot of imitators out there.
I mean shit, if it looks good, it's like fashion. Hey damn, like he looks good. I'm gonna take that.
This is great. This is great. Um, okay, coming towards the end here. Three things that heavily influenced you growing up. Three things that you feel sort of helped you become into who you are today.
My for sure my parents' divorce,
Oh shit.
moving to a whole new country, and moving out on my own like right after high school.
You moved on your own right after high school, dude. I could totally relate. Moving on
Yeah,
your own. Okay. Anybody listening right now? If you move out on your own, you are gonna grow up so fast.
100%.
You're gonna grow up so fast. You're gonna grow up so fast. You're gonna learn how to do. You're gonna learn how to do taxes. You're gonna be paying bills. You're literally. That was like I grew so much in the first year that I left home. Then like it was like a huge, 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 huge change. You just become more responsible. You just become more. You focus on what matters. You don't worry about like little shit that doesn't get you where you want to go. It's like, yo, does this matter? No, okay, I don't care about it. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
that was a
Like,
great answer.
I know you have bills to pay, know you have priorities. I mean, it's also like how I was raised too, like with my mom and all that. Like it was just like it was instilled me to me to be independent. Like I would always. It's funny because like growing up, I would always joke with my mom. It's like, man, I can't wait till I'm 18 to leave this and that. It was always like joking too. But then like the second it came down to it, like I'm just
Oh shit. Yeah.
I'm like no, like I actually want to leave. Like I'm just thinking about like how much better like life would be like on my own. And then like like especially like foreign households like they don't want to see their kids leave. Like they literally want you to live with them until like you're capable of moving out on your own. That's like Hispanics, like just foreign like African Americans, like Indians, like all that, like 100%.
My mom was like that. She honestly the most happy I ever see her now that I'm, you know, for those that don't know, who's gonna watch to the end, right? A little bit of personal information about me. So I live with Tina here. This is our house together. Um, but like growing up, I had a how do I say this? My mom was always around people that I felt didn't treat her right.
Mm,
So, but she would work so hard. But I was young, so I couldn't do shit. So
yeah.
like literally my whole life, I was like, one day I'm gonna put you in a spot where no one is gonna you like you're in charge and like no one's gonna mess with you, right? No one's
Mm,
gonna mistreat you and stuff like that. So like in the last was a year and a half year, I was finally able to. I mean, I should have done it sooner, but here in LA, it's really technical to buy a house, right? To buy a house and to like It's very, very technical. It's like hard. You need to have like multiple years of having good. You're not just like, yo, I got money, I could buy a house. It's like, okay, well, they don't trust you basically, so you need to do it for many years. You have to build like, yo, look, I've been solid for multiple years, right? Like 3 to 5 years that you have had what you want to buy, basically. So it's like kind of shit. So like so I had this thing in my mind, like, yo, one day I'm gonna give my mom a house. I'm gonna put it there, and I'm gonna help her out, and it's gonna be like her little thing, right?
Yeah.
So where I'm going tomorrow actually is my mom's house. Is like it's not in the city. It's like away. It's like in a nice. It's like chill area. It's like there's a lot of hills or a lot of mountains, and she could just chill there. And I go there. It's like going to work on Fridays. I go there. I wake up. I eat. I drive. Take my caffeine. I drive over there,
Yeah.
and she is so happy when I'm there. I like literally like your parents. Their true happiness comes from their kids being successful and being happy. That's
Yeah.
like literally like if you can be a good person in the world, that your parent like there's no better thing you could give your parent.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? There's literally nothing you could give them. So that has been like one of my life goals is to just put my mom in a place where she can feel appreciated, and just get her away from people that she doesn't need to be around, and it just like really really fucking motivates me to just continue to be successful, to be a good person, because my consequences affect other people.
Yeah.
So that is like parents, parents, and all that. There was an original point that I had to say, um, but yeah, just like she doesn't want me to leave, basically.
No, for
That's what we
sure.
were talking about. That's what
It's
we were
funny.
talking about.
Whenever I was leaving, like I was leaving to like knowing like I was gonna like chase this like full time like dream of like being a videographer or whatever. So like basically I worked as a forklift operator like throughout the week, 40 to even like 50, 60 hours. And then like to them it's like okay, that's good, like you have a safe secure job. But like she was more like afraid of like me chasing this like dream fantasy. But like now that like I'm doing this like full time, like every time I come home now it's just like it's just they just fill up with like joy, and like it's like, oh, like this dream, like you were able to like chase what you wanted, be successful, like you proved to me that my job was like done well. It's basically it to them, like seeing their kids successful, seeing that whatever they did, to raise them, because parents they don't have a handbook. You know what I'm saying? That's like the main thing my mom always said when she would like get mad. She's like, I don't know, like I don't have a handbook. Like I don't even know what I'm doing, but I just hope like by me like punishing you, like I'm doing something right. So it's like coming back home like after doing what I'm doing now. It's like stress reliever knowing that they whatever they did, like they did right and they did it properly, because like seeing us now, like it pays off.
Man, that's the thing. That's it, man. That's all they want. Like I tell her it'll be late, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go now, and then she gets sad, and I'm like,
Yeah, she's like, when am I gonna see you next? Like it's been like
I try to go once a week at least once a week. You know, oh yeah, Tina's saying that during Corona I couldn't go because we came back from the Arnold,
mm-hmm.
and the news was going crazy, right? And I didn't know what was happening, and I was just like, yo, like, did I get something on the plane? I was on that big plane where there's 3 rows and 4 rows. It's 3 rows, 4 rows, 3 rows, and
Mm-hmm.
there's just hella people. Obviously, we're at the Arnold. I'm in a hotel, and like, I don't want. I don't want to bring something home to my mom, so I waited like 6 weeks before going over there just to make sure. Like, I waited 2 months, I think, and I really wanted to go, and I had all this anxiety, and like it was like a conflict of like, fuck, like if anything would have happened because I went over there, you know what I mean? If this
Yeah,
whole shit turns out to be like not a big thing,
I honestly like
then
I
then
never thought it was like a big thing, like I never did personally for me. Like I just never saw it as like what they were like portraying it to be, but that's just me, like.
my mindset is always how do you avoid the worst case scenario, right?
Hmm.
In everything, how do you avoid the worst case scenario? What's the worst thing that could happen in a meet? You bomb out. What's the worst thing that could happen when you cut weight? You fucking pass out. What's
Yeah.
the worst thing? So I always try to think, how do I avoid the worst thing that could happen? Do I know for certain? If the answer isn't, do I know for certain that if I go there, my mom's gonna be 100% safe? If it's 99%, I won't go.
Yeah.
It has to be 100%, you know? And I was like, I literally put myself in a bubble for 2 months. There's no fucking way. I only ate cooked ass food. I didn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
it's that's just how my brain works. But yeah, that's a fun little fact that Tina made me say. So everybody wants to know, how did you meet your girl? Everybody wants to know that. I don't know what it is. Like literally, that's the number one question.
That's all. So it was through a friend. A friend actually. It was funny. I was at work. I used to work nights. I work nights. So it's like 1 a.m. My friend hits me up. He's like, "Hey, like, asking me all these questions. Like, are you single? Like, what are you doing? Like,
Like one of your homies
yeah, like one of my
just
homies like
randomly hitting you up.
randomly hit me up at 1 a.m. I'm at work, like, operating forklifts, whatever. He's like, oh, like, are you single? Like, are you gay? Like, this, just like
What the?
asking. And then I'm like, no, like, I'm single, like, I'm good, whatever. And then, so he's like, oh, because, like, my girl, like, my friend, like, she thinks you're cute, this and that. And basically, just, like, he passworded me, matched us up, and then, yeah, rest is history. After that, I think it
When
was,
was
like,
this? When was this?
this was literally a year ago, like, May last year.
The follow up question is to that is, what is it like being a powerlifting couple? So like that you both do powerlifting. Is it a positive? Is it a negative?
It's easier, for sure.
Because you guys understand each other. You guys like you know.
Better, like whenever she's like training out of it, I know not to like mess with her. Like I'm just like, are you good? Yeah, I'm good. All right, go mind my own business.
Yeah.
And she knows like the same with me. As far as like nutrition, what I'm saying, like if you're a girl that's not work out, they don't understand how important like recovery nutrition is. They just want to be up all night, whatever. But like it's
That is
easier.
so hard, dude. Like the when you have someone that doesn't appreciate the thing that you care about a lot and you put a lot of your effort in, it's so much conflict. It's so much
Yeah.
conflict.
No, that was like my main thing. Like whenever we first met, like it's like a standard to me now. It's like how serious are they about like if they work out, like how serious are they? If they're not as serious, I probably won't like proceed. Cause
I
I'm
mean,
I'm
it's a very important part of your life. You're never gonna let your body go to shit.
yeah, no, hundred
Yeah.
percent.
I mean,
No.
yeah, above all things, like total or whatever, it's like I think everybody should live to some capacity.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna help you just with everything. Your like literally your health, your aesthetics, your literally everything. Health is wealth, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's dope, man. And I think she works with Tina, right?
Yeah, she works with Tina and I work with you. So it's just like it's funny how that
That actually is. I was gonna say like a lot of boyfriends try to coach their girlfriend. They'll be like, "Hey, Joey, I can't do this. I can't do this." I'm telling
no.
you, man, it's not good.
I didn't even try it. I mean, I showed her like the basics, like like it's not like there's like more than high bar. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever you bench, like it's not.
Was she like a super newbie last year?
She was super newbie to powerlifting. She worked out, but like she like would like do bro workouts, like leg day every other day. You know what I'm saying? Like arms, chest, back, like so. Like she showed me her like workout guide that she did, like a full like bro split. It was hilarious.
I got a weird question here that I don't understand. Maybe it's like it might be an inside joke. When the eternal lasagna threatens your froggy chair, who do you call? Does that make sense?
That's who's that from? Okay,
The name's Brad.
I don't know.
I figured it was some inside joke. If
No,
someone in the comments knows what that's a reference to, please tell me because I don't know what that is. I figured it was like all the Doohan will know what that is.
no, I don't. No. What?
Sorry, brother. Um, any tips on only using a tripod to film yourself for sick edits?
Sick edits. So like some ways to make your video look more cinematic. Like if you're shooting for YouTube, like title bars makes it cinematic. So if you do like the black bars, 100% already like cinematic. Color grade, sound effects, and like good music.
This guy knows what he's talking about. I don't know what none of that is, but there you go.
Boom.
Your YouTube will definitely be in the description. So when we finish this, I'm gonna ask you for. I can't find the picture that you sent me. I looked in our email. I checked multiple names. I couldn't find it. So if you could resend me that one from the meet where you're pulling sumo,
Yes,
and then just whatever link, any link that you want me to put in the description,
I got you.
any link you want, your IG, your YouTube, both your IGs, whatever, just put that. Last thing, just sort of a lighthearted thing. How long have you been sporting the comb over?
Oh, sure, come over. I think I want to say since junior or no, sophomore year of high school, which was like I want to say like 6 years ago.
And it's just done you a solid ever since.
Before that, I had coconut head. I had Justin Bieber coconut head before that.
Like this?
Yeah, yeah, like I had the Bieber. That's what I had before this.
Shit. Well, I thought this was really good, man. I think there's a lot of good stuff in here. Um, very last thing. What is the message like that you want to get across before we turn this off? What is one thing that you could leave to the audience? Just something that they could walk away with. They didn't pay attention to nothing, but they listened to this one thing. What would it be?
Um, if you really want it, you're gonna figure it out how to get there, and you'll get there. If not, then you never want it in the first place. Boom.
That's really solid advice. Alrighty, guys. Hashtag. What should we hashtag? Hashtag something with Doohans. Hashtag anything with Doohan.
Doohan, hashtag Doohan influx. I don't know.
Whatever you guys want to do, just make sure it has Doohan in the comments below, letting us know that you made it to the end. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.